What's up, guys? I know it's been a minute since I put an actual video out, but I figured I'd go ahead and put a video out for those of you who follow my Facebook and who see my lives on here. I also have a main account if you want to follow that here on TikTok. It's Fvckin Wonderful, just like you spell it here, but it has like 19K, and I put videos on that. This is mainly where I just go live. Anyways, a few days ago, for the past couple weeks, let's go back. For the past couple weeks, I haven't been feeling good. I haven't been able to eat right. My stomach's been hurting. And I just had a bad feeling because I know this pain. But I was hoping to, like, recover from the pain before it turned into something. And that did not happen, obviously, or I wouldn't be in the hospital. Basically, I had gastric bypass in 2018. And I've had multiple complications ever since. A lot of it is because of my own self. And a lot of it is just normal, typical side effects of gastric bypass. Well, one of the side effects that I got is the fact that I have ulcers. About a year ago, May 19th, 2023, I woke up and I couldn't feel half of my body. An ulcer had perforated, and I needed to have emergency surgery. And that's what happened. I had a feeding tube for about 6 months. It was god-awful. Well, let's go back up to, what is this? July 7th, I think it was. Whatever Monday of this week was. I think it was July 7th, 2024. I started feeling really bad, and I was at someone's house where there was really no food or no milk, nothing that I could do to typically coat my stomach. So I decided to continue drinking, which is my bad, my fault. We all know I got my issues. Well, Tuesday I really felt horrible. I was kind of just faking it till I made it, and I was telling everyone I'm hungry, I really don't feel good, whatever, I was live. Well, the next day, which would have been Wednesday, I had an REO Speedwagon concert to go to, and I was hanging out with this guy, and when I woke up, I knew something was really, really wrong, because I couldn't pull myself up out of the bed. So I went and I got some water, and immediately I just felt like shit, and I knew right away an ulcer had perforated again, that it had to have, because I know this feeling. Not shortly after that, I couldn't lift myself up. I asked him to call an ambulance. He refused. He then takes me to this shitty hospital out in the middle of nowhere. I went in there. They really didn't know what was going on with me. I think they thought it was being dramatic, but I was like, look, no, I've had this happen before. This is an ulcer that perforated. We need to do a CT scan or whatever it's called. They were more worried about an EGK, thinking I had a heart attack. I was like, no, I'm numb on half my body. I've done this before. By the time they decide to get around and do my scan and the results come back in, they realized I had a hole in my stomach, and everything that I was drinking and eating was going into my system, which was making me brutally, brutally sick. Like, that is the worst feeling in your life if you go septic. If you know, you know. So, they called my doctors up in Carmel, Indiana, and he's seen the results, and he sent a lifeline to come and get me, which I can upload footage if you guys want me to. It's on my Facebook, but I can upload it here. Anyways, I got Lifeline to my hospital, where I'm used to going, and within 10 minutes, I had another emergency surgery. Well, when they started to go in there to patch up the ulcer that was perforated, they realized I had multiple ulcers on my stomach. Also, it was so full, like pus and infection, that he didn't feel comfortable patching it. He felt like he needed to make a whole new stomach. So that's exactly what he did. He basically cut out my old stomach, and if you don't know, with gastric bypass, they take out your stomach completely, and they kind of put it back and behind your rib cage. And then what they do is they bring up your intestine and stretch it out to like the size of a fist and connect it to your esophagus. So really, my stomach's right here. But when I feel the pain, I feel it all over, you know. So he seen that it was too bad, and he had to make a whole new stomach. So that's exactly what he did. I got a kind of a fresh start on a new stomach. Since then, I have been in the hospital getting IV antibiotics, all kinds of pain medicine, all kinds of like nerve blockers and all that, because this is a very painful and very serious surgery. So I'm making this video so when we're live and people are like, what happened, I'm going to say, go watch the video. So anyways, that happened, and this is just like what you have to do after a major surgery. You kind of got to stay in the hospital for a while to make sure they can monitor your pain, and also want to make sure that all the infection's out of my body before they send me home, which sucks because that can take a while. Today is 4 days after all this, well, wait, about 4 days after, and I still feel a lot of pain. I should be able to go home today, but I don't know if I'm ready to because I am in a lot of pain, so I'm not going to push it. Usually I'd be like, yes, send me home, but I don't know if I'm ready yet. A couple of things I'm going to change, and this was my fault. I quit taking my omeprazole and my Carafate months ago. I thought, okay, my ulcers are healed, I don't need to take them. Biggest mistake in my life. One thing that I learned, always take your medicines that the doctors prescribe. If I would have been taking these medicines, this would have never happened. Also, I was drinking and not taking my medicines, smoking, not taking my medicines, and stressing myself out. Those are 3 major factors in ulcers, and ulcers can kill you. So, some changes that I'm going to be making moving forward is I'm on a nicotine patch. I desperately got to quit smoking. It's been too long. I got to quit. It's one of the hardest things in the world. So if you see me smoking, don't beat me up. Just know that I'm trying my damnedest. Also, I got to quit drinking as much. And I need, above all, to take my medicine every day, a couple times a day. And I need your help by doing that. Just, you don't have to be mean to me or anything. Just say, hey, Katie, have you taken your medicine today? Because sometimes I genuinely forget, and I need a reminder because I'm fucking Miss Fucking Wonderful, and I got a lot going on, and I forget about this shit. Not conveniently, just because I do. So, if you ever see me live or anything, just say, hey, have you taken your medicines? That would help me out a lot. Another thing that would help me out a lot is for people to not be mean and not criticize me. I know I had a lot to do with this. I had everything to do with it, as a matter of fact. But I don't need to be beat up over it. I don't, because it makes me feel worse. It makes me want to drink. It makes me want to go back to that dark place. So I'm going to try, like hell, to save my life and do what I need to do. So yeah, that's pretty much what happened. If you have any questions, you can ask under here, and I'll try to answer them. But as I move forward and I'm going live and all that, just know I'm trying. Alright. Love y'all. Mean it. Ciao. Bye.